Recall about that moment for you?
I remember we had not beaten Nebraska in a very, very long time, and a guy by the name of Zach Taylor, who was I believe he's the Bengals head football coach, and I was the quarterback at the time. And he and I have got to know each other over the years of the coaching business. So it was a screen. I got stoned at the line of scrimmage on a blitz. I stopped, and then threw the ball. I looked up, I caught it, and I ran. That's about all I remember. And then my roommate tackled me in the end zone, and I got flagged for doing a somersault. So I got a penalty. I got a personal foul. Coach Mangino, actually, he didn't care at that point. It was 36-year streak, so that was about the only time he didn't care. But no, it was fun. It was a good time.
Talk to Coach Walters, Coach Harrell about this. Is there the same hate for Nebraska when you're at Kansas?
You know, what's funny is I grew up a huge Nebraska fan because my dad played there. So growing up, I was, Tommy Frazier era and all those guys, So once I got to my alma mater, Kansas, it was just kind of like, all right, I'm moving on now. So it was like, all right, we got to beat these guys. And ever since I stepped foot on campus, the love for Nebraska did kind of end a little bit, So, but I've always respected them. It's it's historically been a great program. They're tough, they're physical. They try to do things the right way, and it's always fun to go to Lincoln and play.
They recruit you?
They did. Did
they offer you?
No offer. No offer.
Let's talk about that offense. I know that we can have a quarterback who looks like he can run football. This is a big guy.
Yep.
6'5", 215. Just some of the issues he poses.
Yeah, he's big, he's physical, he does like to run the football. We've faced quarterbacks like that already this year, so we know what to expect, and I think our guys are going to be much more ready for that, So, but he does a good job, no matter who's in the game, if it's number 10 or number 7. They're both kind of those athletic quarterbacks that want to run the ball, and I think this is going to be a game of possessions. They want to control the clock and the ball security, so we got to make sure that everybody in the box is accounted for this game.
Just obviously, as soon as you said there was a lot of mistakes against Ohio State, was the bye week maybe a refresher, and then also like, hey, we got to clean some things up here?
Absolutely. I think one, we were dinged up, so it was one to get some recovery time on it, and then obviously, Sanusi would be the first one to tell you he didn't play his best game that year, and there were mistakes, but we had guys in positions to make plays, and guys at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. It's a one-on-one matchup. You have to win your one-on-one, and you got to have an opportunity to go out there and make those plays. So I think everybody came back. We had probably one of the more lively practices on Sunday night, which was great. And to see those guys, that energy, that focus, and just that fun that they were playing with. That's these guys are ready to play when they start playing like that.
What can you tell the guys about playing in Nebraska? The guys who haven't been out there before.
Oh, it's you're going to go to a stadium that's filled with all red. You're going to go there, and it's going to be a great environment. But at the end of the day, what you see on film is what you're going to play against. And what we see right now, guys, it's a team that we like. And I think that if we just go out and execute and do our jobs, guys will go out there and have some success. So. But I think it's one of the great atmospheres in college football, and they're going to go out there, and I told them making sure they hold the balloons as long as possible, and we'll see how that goes.
Against a team that has a running quarterback, likes to run the ball, a lot of play action, obviously it's something to worry. How do you just keep their quarterback uncomfortable when he does step back to pass?
We got to hit him a lot. I think the plan right now is we have to account for him in the run game. Our defensive structure is not great for the QB run game, so we got to adjust and do what we got to do for it, But whenever he's running the ball, like I thought Northwestern did a great job of hitting him a lot, and you could tell it looked like there was some painful shots on the guy, So I think if you can make him uncomfortable by every day, just keep hitting him and hitting him and hitting him. It's just body shots, and eventually, the knockout punch will come, and hopefully it's at the end of the game. But we just got to make him as uncomfortable as possible by continuously pounding. If he wants to run the ball, we got to let him know, hey, we're here too, So. And then obviously the running backs are all part of that stuff too. But I think if we can contain and corral the quarterback, we're gonna have a great chance.
Obviously, it's a different staff, but do the notes translate from your experiences playing against them the last couple of years? Do the notes translate from what you did at Illinois against them?
There's some similarities, but I think it's a different style of football that they're playing with Coach Rule there. I think like last year when we played them, it was the middle of they let go Coach Frost, and it was kind of turmoil at the point in time, so you never know what was going on. But I think these guys are trying to find out their identity and what they are with Coach Rule. And I think you kind of listen to Coach Rule talk, and he talks about that we're going to be really tough and physical. We have hard practice and all this stuff. And you see that on film. You guys are playing hard. So I don't know. We'll see. This is the first time that he's kind of played against us. So the first time we're going to play against him. We'll see how it translates.
I know Graham talked about playing complementary football and didn't feel like sometimes he was holding up his end of the bargain. How much does the defense kind of need the offense to go out there and sustain drives and be on the field for 6-7 minutes?
Yeah, it's a two-way street. You know, we got to get them the ball in advantageous spots. We got to get off the field on third downs, and instead of having the ball on the minus 10, get them the ball on the minus 40. You know, so you know, it's our job. Whenever we're out in the field, we got to go stop them. I don't care what the scenario is. We have to buckle up and have fun. You're playing football. Have fun, you know, and have the opportunity. Because at any point in time, you could get out of this game, you know. And you know, I think obviously we're working hard to be complementary for both sides of the ball and special teams as well. So yeah, I think this last 2 weeks has been really big as far as us discussing it and talking about it and wanting to be that way.